You want to know how I try to make reading fun for middle school? You know, the heavy emphasis on try to make reading fun. And so I am an 8th grade reading teacher. This will be my 25th year. I'm a Texas teacher. And the kids are required to read in class, but I try to incentivize and make it fun. And so what I have is and I blow these up. We have a poster maker at school. And if you're looking for something like this, it is linked in my bio. It's in my classroom resources, the printable classroom resources that you can get this. And this is the 40 book challenge. So I have a poster maker at school. So I blow these up all the way. They're numbered all the way to 40. I blow them up real big and I put them outside of the classroom in the hallway. And so when the kids read, so we do AR here, and I know, and I've already done a video on that, and it's a hot button issue. I don't require points. I pretty much let them choose what they want to read. So they'll take an AR test. If they pass the AR test, then they go outside and they sign their name on whatever book they're on. And so this kind of incentivizes them. It motivates them. It's kind of like peer pressure. They see their friends and where they're supposed to be. So each term, my kids are already required to read 4 or 5, depending on the length of the term. They're required to read 4 or 5 books. So at the beginning of the year, our terms are short, so they're only required to read 4 books. And so by the end of the term, because it is a grade, and so each book will count as 25 points. And so if they read 4 books, they'll end up with 100 in the grade book. If they read 3, it's a 75. You get the process. But I try to also make it fun. So by the end of the year, they should only have to read 8 to 10 books on their own, because also I do class novels and those count for the 40 book challenge. So you're only talking 8 to 10 books. So I'm trying to get the kids to read those extra 8 or 10 books. So I put this out in the hallway, poster size, blow it up. They sign their name. It's fun. Even my boys do it, and they absolutely love to do it. And then we take a field trip. So I am blessed with a wonderful principal that supports reading and knows how important reading is, because if they're not reading, they're not growing. Their lexile is not growing. And reading is the basis of the foundation of learning. And if they can read and think in my classroom and I can help that, then they're going to be able to do science and social studies and all the other things. And so she supports that. And so this past year, we took the kids to Meow Wolf and Grapevine. Like I said, I'm a Texas teacher. And so we took them there and had a blast. And so I also included this in the printables. If you want to grab it in the link in my bio, this is their reading log. And so I did, and so if you'll go up to my storefront, my Amazon storefront, I used bookmarks for the kids last year, and they were heavy-duty cardstock. They're linked in my classroom must-haves. I have everything that you need that I've used in my classroom. You shop my classroom there. It's also in my Amazon storefront. But for those of you that don't want to purchase, because I'm blessed, and so I only have like 65 kids, so some of you have, 150. I don't. And so I just use the bookmarks. But for those of you that have tons of kids and you can't afford that, I did include a log all the way to 40. And so they can put the date. It's just like the bookmark, except it's a piece of paper. And so you can put these in the folder if you want to. So all the kids can flip through, and each kid can have their own with their name and put them in a binder somewhere. And so when a kid gets done reading, they can write it and they can give it a review, so the other kids can see that, oh my gosh, this was a 5-star review. Maybe I need to check out this title of book. And so they can actually flip through and what their friends are reading, and maybe they'll want to do that too. So that's also a thing. So if you're wanting to incentivize, and I don't know what we're going to do this year, but we're going to plan something fun, because I really do want the kids reading, because it's that important. So what you decide is important, that's what the kids are going to decide is important. And so as you're starting your year out, make sure that what you put the value on, that's what the kids are going to put the value on. So make sure that you think about that when you're setting your classroom up. What is important? Well, for me, reading's important. It's a non-negotiable in my classroom. You're going to be reading. And so anyway, these are linked to my storefront. So if you would like them, grab them. Happy teaching. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments.